even after he bought the piece, he was like, he said 101, 101. So it was just because I took him 101 piece. So like every time he saw me that day, he was like, he just did the one. He just threw up the one sign because saying like, yeah, I got a 101 piece.
Welcome back to another episode of the ARC Spotlight Podcast. I am your host, Aisha Collins. Today, we have a special guest on the show. He is the owner and CEO of Clear Intentions, and his name is Alfonso. He also goes by AP on Instagram. Hey, Alfonso, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. I appreciate you having me. So my name is Alfonso, owner of Clear Intentions, from Memphis, Tennessee. I moved here to Dallas, Texas, probably like around 6 years ago. So I started the brand like around 2022. And I stopped for like a year and a half, and then I came back to it like around 2024 December.
So, what's been going on in your life recently? So what's new in your life?
New. Right now, I'm just working on designs for the upcoming release. I just started doing some women wear, so I'm tapping into that market for the women. Because the women always say I don't do nothing for the women, so I'm making something strictly for the women. So that's basically something new that I got going on for the brand.
So I know a lot of women are looking forward to the summer and they've been in the gym. So do you have any new fitness wear coming out that they can look forward to?
So we don't have any new fitness wear coming out, but we do have something for a skirt or a skirt for the women. So with a matching top as well, like a matching quarter zip for the women. So I'm excited to see that. So we got samples coming in just for that as well. I should get it maybe within the next 2-3 weeks from overseas from a manufacturer. So I'm looking forward to seeing that, getting the whole process, the marketing for it, and getting the whole campaign down. So I'm excited.
Okay, and speaking of your manufacturer, let's take it back to the beginning. How did you come up with Clear Intentions, and where did this idea come from to start a clothing brand?
Yeah. So Clear Intentions really came back. I'm going to give you, I guess, the long story or the short story. I guess I'll do the long story. So the long story, Clear Intentions, really when I first moved to Texas, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. 'Cause I played basketball my whole life. So that's all I really knew, for basketball for 15 years of my life. I played in college too. So after I got done playing basketball, I was trying to see exactly what I wanted to do with my life. And I didn't really know exactly. I knew I wanted to be successful, but I didn't know exactly which route I wanted to take. So at the time, I was trying to think about doing real estate. So obviously, I don't do real estate now. But I was trying to see, do I want to do real estate or something else? So I ended up kind of fasting for 4 days before I made the decision to do Clear Intentions or be a brand owner. So I kind of went to one of my close friends' house. I was trying to ask him, dang, what can you see me doing? And I was just trying to get an opinion, just trying to get a clear direction. And I always liked clothes. So I just figured I think that would be a good time to tap into that market. And maybe 5 people asked me that week if I had a clothing brand. So I decided, well, yeah, I might as well give it a try. I tried everything else. I used to be a resale. I used to resell shoes. I used to work at FedEx. I used to work at Amazon for 1 day.
One day,
Yeah.
he was like, "I'm in here and I'm out."
Yeah, I'm out. I'm I don't even want to come back. So, so I try to do those different methods, and then so the clothing brand worked. I love clothes, so I was like, yeah, let me try to think of something that I do. So I was just trying to think of a name. So Clear Intentions came to mind because I wanted something that everybody can relate to. So having a clear vision with your life, because at that time I didn't have a clear path on what I wanted to do. So I figured, I should name the brand Clear Intentions, where everybody could relate to that. Just Clear Intentions, just being intentional with whatever you want to do in life and just moving with a purpose.
So I know we went to college together at UT Arlington before I transferred to UNT. And I want to know, did you ever feel inspired in college to maybe start a brand back then, but you wasn't for sure yet to make that step?
No, in college, I was kind of still stuck on basketball. I was kind of working out still every day. I actually tried to walk on to the team when I first came to UTA. But as I was there at UTA, I guess I did get inspired when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I was like, okay, I like clothes. I'm like, okay, let me try to do something different. I never thought about being a brand owner. You know, I knew I wanted to be some type of entrepreneur, but I didn't know what. So I guess they did inspire me to want to pursue the clothing business. So I think I'm glad I made that choice.
And so when you got the inspiration to start your clothing brand, did you ever feel like it was going to be successful, or did you feel like, you know what, if this don't work out, I might just fall back on my degree and
Yeah.
just focus on that?
Um, yeah. I mean, I really didn't have a plan. Honestly, I mean, I have a plan. I really kind of just jumped off the porch and just tried it, and if it didn't work out, I was gonna figure something else out. And I think that's how persistent I am, and like wanting something for my life. I just wanted to try something. If it didn't work out, I'm gonna pivot. Like even if I wasn't a brand owner, if the brand didn't go successful, I would pivot into something else that I probably thought about doing. But um, I think I was pretty confident that it was gonna work out. 'Cause I felt like that was something I was called to do for the brand.
And so when you started the brand, what was like the process for starting it? Like, did you have to go through LLC, trademarks,
Mm,
all that type of deal? Because I know when I started my brand, Art Ed Styles, I
yeah.
had to file a trademark, and someone tried to steal my name, and had to
What?
get an attorney involved just to protect my trademark name
Oh
on there.
wow.
So I'm wondering, like, did you have to go through those challenges too with somebody trying to steal your design or your name on there?
Well, I haven't. I mean, luckily, I haven't went through that yet. I think people probably have got inspired probably by my design and wanted to probably make a product similar to it, but I don't think you could never beat the original copy. So, I mean, when I first started the brand, I did started with an LLC and everything. But when I first dropped, I didn't have an LLC. But after my next drop, I did legally get it with an LLC. Now we are working on the trademark now, so yeah, nobody should try to copy what we doing. So
Like, don't steal his name,
yeah,
yeah.
no, we trademarking it right now. So so yeah, so we have been going through that process. So definitely, I had to find a manufacturer, find a designer, to really mock up the designs. So I create all my designs myself, but to digitally mock it up, I had to find somebody that I trusted that can kind of like bring my vision to life digitally, so I could provide it to my manufacturer so they could make it exactly. Because there's only so much you could sketch out, so you want it digitally to do it. So,
And so, like, speaking of manufacturers, I
mhm.
know when I was starting mine, I was looking at using Alibaba and a couple other
Yeah.
random manufacturers overseas. And I know one of the
Mhm.
biggest challenges was, language barrier, and
Yeah.
then the time zone difference, and then paying for shipping and everything. So,
hmm
can you speak to the audience who may not know that process of like finding a manufacturer?
Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, so with finding a manufacturer, you can kind of go a couple different ways. Alibaba, I did have used Alibaba before. It's a good source. You definitely gotta make sure you don't get scammed. So I would say that's the best thing. Make sure you do your due diligence, asking all the right questions to make sure you're getting the best out of the manufacturer. Because it's a couple different manufacturers you could use. I would say I use different countries. Pakistan, China, um, Portugal. So you can use different type of manufacturers. So I would say definitely do your due diligence, ask questions, make sure you read the reviews that matter. If you use Alibaba, also one source I have used before is you could use different brand owners. Sometimes they might be selling a manufacturer list, and I mean you have to pay it for it. They're not gonna give it to you for free, but I feel like that's another way you can kind of cut that corner of like trying to test it out, manufacture. If it don't work, they might take your money or anything like that. So you could buy a list of manufacturers from a trusted brand owner.
And do you have like any mentors helping you find trusted brand owners? I mean,
Mm.
manufacturers and stuff?
So I don't, me personally, I don't have any like mentors that I connect with personally on a personal level. But I mean, I definitely do a lot of YouTube. Back when I was starting, just trying to find different brand owners that I could relate to. That does seem trustworthy, where I could trust their word and they actually show proof. because you definitely want to make sure, like, if you're gonna follow somebody or somebody be your mentor, because they can be your mentor far away. They don't have to be like in person, So you can still learn from a person or a brand owner if you guys not in the same space or like not in person. So definitely, I'll say that's a good route to do. So.
Okay, and how did you come up with like pricing for yours? Because for me, I was looking at the different prices for urban streetwear when it came to hoodies and T-shirts, and I didn't want to underprice or overprice, but I also
Yeah.
wanted to show like, hey, I'm putting my own personal touch in making every hoodie and T-shirt, and I don't want people to be like, well, I can find this in Walmart, and it's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like for pricing, it really depends on the market you're trying to tap into. I feel like that plays a part in the audience that you want to attract. Uh, but I feel like pricing definitely go in because you gotta take your time and accountability too. So like, it's not easy, creating clothes or like talking to manufacturers, and you putting all your time and efforts into it. You definitely want to be, rewarded, for that. But also you want to make sure you are providing the best service, to the clients as well. So you want to make sure if you are charging a high price, you want to make sure you providing the best quality, the best customer service, to make it equal of you trying to say, okay, this product is a value of this. And so that's kind of how I look at it, how I price my clothing. Like for certain drops, I'm like, okay, if I'm dropping like a cutoff, I might want to not charge as much if I'm dropping a leather jacket. So a leather jacket might be higher to make, so I'll probably price that higher than I might price a cutoff shirt or like a regular basic T-shirt.
And so, like, I know you did a few pop-up events. Like, you did Black in the Block, right?
Yeah, Black on the Block.
Yeah. And so, how was that meeting your customers in person and trying to convince them to buy your clothing and everything?
Man, Black on the Block, that was a great event. Great event. I love pop-ups too. So I feel like any brand owner, if you got a chance to do a pop-up, like do a pop-up so you could meet people in person so they could test out the product. So I feel like that's the best thing is for people to see the product in person. And I feel like if you got good product, good backstory, good storytelling, you can explain your brand to the clients or to the customers that come up. You'll be able to make a sale, especially if it's worth it. So I enjoy the experience. I get a chance to connect with the customers. I get a chance to talk about the brand. I can talk about the brand all day, so I get a chance to do that. So I feel like it's the best way to connect the in person. I feel like if you meet somebody in person, it's kind of like it's hard to forget that person you met in person, especially in that short amount of time. You kind of made an impact on them, and they end up buying something. So I feel like it's a core memory that you can't kind of forget.
Speaking of in-person interactions, has there been like a customer that really stood out to you the most that purchased your brand that maybe didn't know about you before seeing you at a pop-up event?
Yes. When you said that, I got just one person in my mind. So I was in Houston. At Houston Creators Market. We had a pop up there. So basically, I had this unreleased one-of-one piece that was a knit button down, it was short sleeve, and this guy, he came up. He was like, "Dang, I like that piece." I'm like, "How much is it?" I'm like, "Man, it's not for sale. I just got it up just so like I just want people to see."
He wanted to buy it off you right there, like, "Oh, here, just take my T-shirt. We can exchange clothes."
And I'm like, "Man, I'm not selling it, bro." He was like, "Bro, I need it." And I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Well, if I let you get this piece, I'll have to charge you like, more than a regular price for it." And he's like, "Man, so I don't care. I just want the piece." So he ended up buying the piece. And then what stood out to me is even after he bought the piece, he was like, he said 101, 101. So it was just because I took him 101 piece. So like every time he saw me that day, he was like, he just did the one. He just threw up the one sign because saying like, yeah, I got a 101 piece.
He felt like he got a valuable,
Yeah.
clothing brand that no one else got.
Yeah, no one else got, which he still to this day, he the only one that had that piece, I got one in the vault, but he the only one that got that piece. So I think that was probably the person that stood out to me the most, because I just like his energy towards it. And and I was really grateful that he bought the piece and he liked it. That my whole thing is that whoever buy pieces from me is that they like the piece, they enjoy it. You know, like the sale is cool, but you know, it really depends on how the customer feel when they buy the product. You know, I want them to walk away like they actually like won something too, like it was a good deal for them too.
And do you still like keep in contact with that customer? He seemed like he's your biggest fan. So.
Yeah, no, at this point, yeah, I think we definitely follow each other on Instagram. So, and he in our VIP list too as well. So we make sure we take care of the people.
And speaking of VIP list, what does that consist of?
So our VIP list is basically you get updates before any drops. You get access to all one-on-one pieces that we might sell. We don't sell all our one-on-one pieces, but you get access. It's like first deal basis. And we give out discounts, free shipping sometimes. We let you know exactly when we drop and when we're releasing. And you'll get early picks on the releases before we send it to the public.
And so, like, say like a customer says, hey, I don't like this. I want my money back. Mm-hmm. What do you tell that customer?
They say, hey, I don't like this. I want my money back. I mean, we definitely want to make sure the customer's satisfied, you know, so it really just depends on what exactly it is. But I mean, if they want a refund, depends on a certain amount of days. Now, if you wore it already 3-4 times, took a picture in it, and you said I don't like it, then
you know you can only wear an outfit once online, and then after that it's like you can't never touch that outfit again because people will be like, "Hey, I seen you on Instagram with that." And then they out in public again with it.
Out in public with it again. Now you want a refund back? Like, I don't think it worked like that. Even with like major retail stores, so. We definitely have a policy in place just as far as that, like a deadline. But if it's something that you recently bought, yeah, for sure, I don't mind doing a refund.
And so, like, since you said your manufacturer is like overseas and everything, what happens when the quality of the material isn't what it should be?
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like when you testing and sampling pieces. But if it's something that is not up to the quality or up to my standards, I just don't release it. Or I just not send it back, but I just ask for something else and update it, like change it. So I feel like that's what I'm more picky about. I'm more picky about making sure the quality is there, making sure like the design is what it's supposed to be or how I envisioned it. So I just make sure like everything is like slightly detailed. Like even if the sizing is off slightly, I won't put it out until I know like, okay, it's perfect to release to the public. Like the small fit how it's supposed to fit, the medium do, the large, the XL, the double XL. I just try to make sure every piece fit like it's supposed to because I don't want to put out any bad product. You know, that's how you get a bad name in the industry is, and I feel like, you know, your reputation is everything, you know, especially in the brand space.
Is there any like brands that you want to work with in the future or collaborations with anybody that you feel like could elevate your brand more?
I feel like I'm not saying I'm not open to it. Maybe in the future I probably am open to working with other brands. Right now I definitely just want to make sure I like, you know, push my brand. I definitely support other brands for sure. So it's not nothing like that. But as far as collabing and creating like a piece together, I just want to make sure I have my brand established first before I start collabing and doing do other joint projects. So yeah, maybe in the future. Yeah, okay. I'm not closed off to it. Yeah, so I'm definitely down for that.
Might be an Arc Edge style collab with Clear Intentions coming soon. You never know.
Maybe coming soon. You never know.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about going to LA for their Black in the Block. Mm-hmm. So we might need to research some more on that because I know they released the summer dates.
Yeah, they got something coming up.
Yeah,
they got something coming up. I'm actually going to DC at the end of April.
Oh, nice. Is it for like which event is it?
Black on the Block.
Oh, Black on the Block. Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, so I'm going to be there like the whole weekend, like, you know, networking, politicking, and making sure I like talk to the right people. So I definitely want to still want to go to LA too.
Yeah, the LA one is really big. I went to LA last year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and it was pretty big. It was so many different brands out there. Definitely a lot of competition, but it was like good quality stuff.
Good quality, yeah. And I feel like it give you a chance to like talk to other people, see where their mindset is with their brand, and also just networking with people and just talking.
So why did you choose luxury brand over just like regular streetwear brand or any other brand style?
I feel like I chose luxury brand. I feel like depending on how I dress, you know, I'm more so like a minimum, Luxury, I like nice things. I'm not saying streetwear can't be nice as well, but um, I just feel like what I was trying to tailor towards, just especially like for me being black, so I definitely want to make sure like I'm in that space where we can, do that. We can put out luxury items. It don't always have to be streetwear, So I want to create that avenue, for people that look like us, to be able to have a voice in that space and also put out great products. I feel like I just feel like we should definitely aim towards that, and I just want to put out the best product, best quality as possible.
Speaking of luxury brands, I watched your video where you had the duffel bag and
Yeah.
you were going through asking people what they thought about it. I thought the duffel bag looked nice. It's my favorite color, green,
Yeah.
anyway. But what was like some of the reactions you was getting from there?
The duffel bag. I got some great feedback. So I feel like a lot of people just asked about the quality, they asked about the price, they asked about when it's coming out. People like love the bag. Somebody wanted to buy it off me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they want to buy it off me. I'm like, nah, this the only one. I'm like, I can't sell it. I can't sell it. But I'm like, you can pre-order though. You can pre-order. But no, I got great feedback. I feel like I try to do that mostly with all my products. I kind of test it out in public and try to see what gravitates more, what hits more, which colorway people like more. I feel like they give you an idea just for what direction you should go when you're about to release a product.
Okay, and do you have any future product releases coming up pretty soon that you want to tell the audience more about?
Yeah, of course. So coming soon, probably like mid-May, late May. So I got this quarter zip releasing. So it's going to be a short sleeve quarter zip, matching knit shorts. And also for the women, we are doing a skirt, for the women, matching knit skirt for the women that's pleated, with shorts underneath the skirt for the women. So that's our next release that's coming up. So we're going to start marketing and doing a campaign for it probably within the next 3 to 4 weeks. So, I hope y'all, be on the lookout for that. So that should be a great product. And releasing accessories too, as well. So that should be nice.
And let the audience know where they can buy your products at and where they can follow you on socials too.
Yeah, of course. So you can buy the product at www.clrintentions.com. And also you can follow us on Instagram at clrintentions. And my personal Instagram is __APJ on Instagram and all socials too as well.
Okay. Thank you, Alfonso, for joining us today on the ARC Spotlight. I look forward to seeing your new releases. And everybody, make sure you subscribe, like, and follow for the next episode of the ARC Spotlight. And let me know what you think. Thank you for tuning in.